double, right? So char, it requires 1 byte, means it occupies 1 byte. Integer occupies 2 bytes, and float and double, they require 4 bytes, right? Float and double are almost same, but to have more, I mean, double is, we can store a big number, big decimal number compared to float. Okay, so these four are the data type that we can use in a C language. Till here we have done in the last class. Now coming to the operators, right? Operators means what are that? We need to do some mathematical calculations. If we want to do some mathematical calculations, we need some operator. An operator is a symbol that tells the compiler to perform specific mathematical or logical functions. C language is rich inbuilt in operators and provides the following types of operators. What are that? Arithmetic operators, increment and decrement operator, relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators, and MISC operators. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these 6 are the basic operators that we use in C language. But for your knowledge, you have only first 5. MISC operators are not there for you right now. So we'll go for arithmetic, increment, decrement, relational, logical, and assignment operators. You should be very familiar with all these without confusion. You have to learn all the operators. Means don't get confused between which operator is for what. Arithmetical calculations, you know what are the basic arithmetical calculations already, right? Yes. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. These four are the basic mathematical operators. So obviously arithmetical operators means multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Including that, one more is there, that is called modulus. That is symbol is, it looks like percentage, but we call in C language that it as modulus. So what is the difference between the division and modulus? Division means it gives the quotient as the answer, but modulus gives the remainder as the answer. Whatever the remainder we get, that will be given as the answer. So remaining all, you can see, if variable a holds 10 and b holds 20, a plus 8, 30, all that you know calculations, right? So a into b divided by a is 2, and b module a is 0. 0 is what there? Remainder. So the difference between the division and modulus operator is that division gives the quotient, whereas modulus gives the remainder as the answer. What else? Increment and decrement operator. The name itself you can understand. Increment means increasing, decrement means decreasing. And there are two types in that, plus plus and minus minus. Plus plus means though the symbol is two places, but the value increases only by 1. Suppose if a is 10, if we use a plus plus, its value becomes 11, not 12. Plus plus means the operator is plus plus, but the value it gives is only plus 1. And decrement operators decrease the integer value by 1. It will decrease the value
Miss,
by
it only
1.
decreases by one number.
Only one number, ma. Though it is plus plus,
What if
you
we want
you
to?
yeah, only one number. Though it is plus plus, it will not increase its by two number. No, only by one number. Decreases or
But what
increase?
if you want to increase it more?
Increase?
What if you want to increase or decrease the number? For example, 10. You want to decrease it by 2.
By
It's
two.
not possible.
You have to mention it twice.
Oh,
Ma'am, actually because of network issue, I have leave and joined, ma'am. Once explain, ma'am.
I just started my operators. Okay, arithmetical
No,
operators.
ma'am. Before 2 minutes, what you have explained. That's
That's
it,
what I
ma'am.
am saying. I have started operators. Okay. Types of operators in C language: arithmetical, increment, decrement, relational, logical, and assignment operators. Arithmetic operators means addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, right? And including that, we have one more modulus operator in C language, right? And the difference I told you, the division gives you the answer as the quotient will be the answer in division, but whereas in modulus operator, it gives the remainder as the answer. Okay. Now increment and decrement increases the value of a variable by 1, increases or decreases the variable value by 1. Okay. Plus plus means increasing, minus minus it decreases. Now relational operators means in mathematics, we can say that comparison operators. We have like less than, greater than, equal to. Similarly, in C language, we call them relational operators, right? See here, we have 6 types. First one is 2 times equal to. Checks if the value of two operands are equal or not. So in each and everything we use only equal to, right? But here in C language, double times we are using, whether it is plus or minus. Increasing for we are using 2 times plus and 2 times minus. Similarly here also, to check whether two numbers are equal or not, we use 2 times equal to. Okay. So if suppose A is 10 here, what is that example? They are taking 10 is the A value and 20 is a B value. So A is equal to B, that is not true, right? 10 is not equal to 20. Now coming to exclamation and equal to. Checks if the value of two operands are different. Opposite to the first one, right? 2 equals to will check if the value are equal. Exclamation and equal to will check whether they are not equal, means different. So in this case it is true because A is 10 and B is 20. So both are not, they are different. So in this case it is true. And this is greater than, less than, right? Checks if the
Yes.
value of left operand is greater than and less than. That is normally in maths how you will do it the same way. And this also same, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, right? Same thing, only first two are somewhat different to you, remaining the 4 are same as you do in the maths. First is it checks whether they are equal. Second, it checks whether they are different. That's it. No, nothing changed. Coming to logical operators, there are 3 types of logical operators: and, that is called and operator, or operator, and not operator. The symbols are and, two, what we call it, 2 standing lines and 1 standing line for not. Logical and operator, if both the operands are non-zero value, then the condition becomes true. Non-zero means what is the meaning of non-zero?
The number is not zero.
Yeah, non-zero means if both the operands are non-zero values, then the condition becomes true. Or if any of the two operands is non-zero value, then the condition becomes true. Not equal to 0. If the non-zero means that only, na? A value is suppose
Yeah,
here
it's
10, right? Here it is 10. Assume variable A holds 1 and variable B holds 0. Then, so in this they gave example as A is 1 and B is 0. So what is the value of A and B? It is false because B is having 0, right? So and operator will check whether both the values are 0 or not. If both the values are 0, then only it is true. If any one of them is also 0, then it is false. To make it and operator is only true when both the values have non-zero numbers. If even any one, if A is 0 and B is non-zero, then also it is false, vice versa, right? Or is,
Miss,
yes ma,
but this, what is the use of doing this part? I mean, there's no
Yes,
calculation. It's only
ma'am.
telling
What is the use?
zero
why?
or anything.
Yeah,
What's the use of the program?
in the program you are saying, if suppose they are asking you to I'll give an example, like program where you want to, yeah, you want to do something like we can do divisions with non-zero numbers. Yes, 1 by 0 is possible, 2 by 0 or 3 by 0, like that we can't do it, right? In such cases what we have to mention, like 1 is a non-zero number, the other is 0, right?
Hmm.
Oh, so in that case we can use, but maximum we don't use this right now. Means you don't have that much in detail logical operators. You have only arithmetical and increment, decrement, relational operators also. I think you don't have in programs. That much big programs you don't have. Yeah, as compared to my knowledge, yeah, you are not, I mean, you don't have that type of programs where you can use these operators. Okay, ma, you have only these arithmetical operators only.
Okay.
Just you need to learn, that's it. For your when you go for in detail C language in your higher classes, right?
Hmm.
Okay, then AND operator is if both are non-zero, then only it is true. If any one is also zero, it's false, right? So compared coming to OR operator, if any one is also, means reverse to the AND operator. There both should be zero. Here any one is zero, then it is okay. It is true. If A is zero, B is one, it is true. B is zero, A is one, then also it is true, right? It is only false when A is equal to one and B is equal to one. Logical not operator. It is used to reverse the logical state of its operand. If a condition is true, then logical not operator will make it false. Okay. Reverse of both the cases. You can means if A and is true, then if we apply not A and operator, it is false. Means it makes the and operator or operator false. Reverse of the both. Understood?
Hmm?
Carefully. 1 second.
Ma'am, once say
One,
again, ma'am.
1 second, 1 second. I'm sharing the board. 1 second.
Miss, so if the condition is actually true, it'll make
Yeah.
it false.
Yes. Not means not equal to. We can say, right? It
But
makes it
what
false.
is the point of this?
I didn't get you, ma.
What's the point of this? Like making it
One.
not
Yeah. 1 second. I'll share the board and on the board I'll explain.
okay.
Yes. Now this is and symbol, right?
Ma'am, it's yes, ma'am.
You can see
Yeah.
this is a case, right? Without this, suppose A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0, right? Is it true or false? A and operator A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0. It is
It's false.
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 So when we use this, what happens?
It will be
Becomes,
Okay,
true.
oh, sorry.
for making that
But why
function
will
true,
they do this, Miss?
That you will come to know when you write a program. These are the basics that you have to know. Means how to use them. I mean, when the program is given, where to use and how to use. Okay.
okay, ma'am.
And I told you that right now in this grade or in this, I mean, this is only the introduction to C language you are having. This much in detail you are not having right now. Okay. Just basics you can understand. Right, Nana? This makes it true. Right. So this is and sorry, not. And this is and. What is or? Two standing lines. This is or operator. Logical or logical and logical not. Right. Now last one is assignment operators. Only one that is equal to. You all know if one is equal to the other, then we can use this, right? So for suppose, yeah, A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 3. You want you have to mention C is equal to A plus B. So this is the assignment operation. Means C is assigned to the value which is equal to A plus B, right? So equal to normally we use equal to only to compare, right? So it's the same thing. Simple assignment operator assign values from right side operands to left side operand. Means in maths we use LHS is equal to RHS, right? In the similar way,
Yeah.
C is equal to A plus B. The right side one is equal to the left side. So this is about operators. Any doubts? The basic
No, ma'am.
operators we use now are arithmetical operators, and sometimes we can go for increment and relational operators. Okay. Shall we do the bits or you will do week
Relational operators.
relational ma? There are 6 types, right? 1 second. This is 1, less than, greater than, less than equal. So all these are as it is, like how to use how you use in maths, greater than, less than. Okay, but compared to this, coming to this, suppose a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20, they give, right? So is a value is equal to, like this means, is it true? A is 10, b is 20, means compares, it compares the
No.
two numbers. No, so it is false. So when it is true, when both are equal, so it compares the first number with the second number, whether they are equal or not, it will check it. And this is what, whether they are different or not. So in this case they are different, so that is true, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is when, whether they are equal or not, whether they are different or not. Okay, these four are greater than, less than, as you use in maths. Same way, it compares whether the first one is greater than or first one is less than, or first one is greater than or less than or, sorry, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to, right?
Okay.
So how much,
Thank
what
you.
is the time? Okay,
Still 10 minutes.
Ma'am, we should
we'll do.
start that week too, ma'am, because we have only one class week, ma'am.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
we take
Already
that
week one
bits
half you
from course
given GA
book.
also, ma'am.
Yeah, this year these operators only, don't worry. Before using this, I have used here C, I have used A and B. So how, what it understands, what the computer will understand, what it has to do with the three values. So that is why we have to declare them first of all. They are integers or characters, what are they? So that we need to specify before, only before using them we have to declare. That is called declaration.
Then what
Right?
about the values of them?
That we can also give values also. Values are not compulsory. A is equal to 1, b is equal, that is not, this is not compulsory, but this is
Then
compulsory.
how will the computer do the calculation if we don't
That we
give the
will mention
values
in the
for it?
program, that also we have to mention. But here
Huh.
I didn't mention a and b value. How it can do a plus b? It can't do. That also I have
Yeah,
to mention. A is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2. That is called declaration. Okay.
but you just said it's not compulsory.
No,
It's
yeah,
not
it is not compulsory. It will automatically, it will take some, we will write the program as that it adds by itself. That is what program. We will tell the computer to do what, from where the value of the C should start. That we will tell in the program itself, right? But these numbers are not compulsory. We need to not declare that, but we have to declare A and B, the data types. And last one is every opening brace or parenthesis should have a closing. Yeah. After main, compulsory we have to open a flower brackets, and at the end of the program we have to close it. So as it, how many brackets we open, that many brackets we have to close, right? So suppose we have opened only one bracket and we have closed 2 3, that is also false. And open 2 3, closed only one, that is also, it will not accept. As many brackets we have opened, the same number we have to close the brackets also. So in the program, in C language, we always write the program only in the flower brackets. We call them as parentheses, these brackets, right? So here the program starts, here the program ends, right? So this is what the rules for writing a program. First of all the letters should be in lowercase letters. Each and every statement should end with a semicolon, which is very, very important. And this main function is compulsory, right? So there the program actually starts, and after that a flower bracket shows that the program has started, and we have to end also the program with end flower brackets, right? So these are the rules. And each and every variable, whenever we use that, first they have to be declared first. Without declaring we cannot use a variable. Clear, ma? How to write we will know. Structure, you can see the structure of the C program here in the book itself. They gave one simple program 1 2 total 9 lines they gave. So in the next pages they gave each and means explanation about each and every line. What is the first line tells what is second, third, fourth, like this. 9 lines, each and every line they have explained in detail. So okay, I think 3 minutes left, huh? Okay, first we'll see structure of a C program. What is the structure? A C program consists of different sections. They are header file section, main function, executable part, and comments. Okay, first one is header file. See that second and third line of the programs. These are called header files. Means heading. You can assume that they are headings. Very means whenever you start a new chapter, you have a heading, right? Similarly, whenever you start a new program, you have to mention these header files. Include hash, include stdio.h in what we call them, parentheses. Same include conio.h. These two are compulsory for each and every program. The first line, that is not compulsory, that just a it's like for us, for our reference, that it is the first C program. It tells that it is the first C program. That is not mandatory, it's optional. Okay, but these header files, these second and third lines are very important. And void main, I told you, the main function. Void main or main, you can use anything. Without this also it is okay. Okay, main. So the main function, the main program starts from the main, right? Now fifth line is the open brackets, the started program execute. The program execution starts here. CLR SCR clear the screen means if there are suppose we will be doing some 2-3 programs, right? You'll be understanding when I show it. The output of the previous program will be if we don't use this, you can see the output of the previous program. Means in order to get out of that, CLR clear the screen means if we use this, it will clear the output of the previous programs. Means we will get the fresh output of the current program. It's not compulsory to use, but it makes our programs output to be cleared. So when we see the output, if we don't use this, you will be getting confused. What is the output of our program? That is why if you clear the screen before only, you can see your program's output clearly. Now print F. What is that? 7th line. This is 6th line, right? Print F. This is a print means it will print. What it will print? This hello world. It will print on the screen. Means your output will be hello world. Now get CH means, what is get CH? It's a predefined function that accepts a character at the execution time. So whenever the program executes, it will accept all the characters. Okay, at the and it holds the screen. It will hold the output. Whatever the output is there, it will be remain in that position